was I? Okay. Yes. I think we will forget all of this because yeah, we're gonna do the Layla Hangout Quest. Says describe. Don't mind that. Do the Layla Hangout Quest, which yeah, I was gonna skip that before the event. Yeah, this time it's the sleepy student of the academia, Layla. It was released way back in version, I think it's version 3.2, was it? Yeah, with Nahida, it was being released. Version 3.2 as the concluding part of chapter 3. So right now she's getting a brand new hangout event. So that claim this, then start hangout. So I tried Layla a little while ago. That yeah, I don't think that I'm gonna replace Aika with this. Yeah, she's just shielder, but I was good for those who don't want to get well, they get healed. Looking at you, Hu mains, you need Layla or any shielder if you want to play Hu Tao, because you don't want a healer on your Hu Tao team because of the you know, like the extra damage buff when she's on low HP. That's on her ultimate. But to me, it's still risky. You need a healer or a sub healer, or maybe a shielder yeah, you'll be golden with a shielder. And there's Layla, and she's got a headache.
Oh, we meet again. Sorry, but I don't really have time to chat right now.
Yeah, it's been a while since that Frenzy Fungus fun event thing with Yaimiko. I'm going to visit Tori Wally. Yeah, seeing later. What's...
I was originally looking up some information at the House of Dana, but the more I read, the more I realized that my thesis is horribly lacking.
Current society. Touching her, oh, touching the scientist thoughts that stress value shows her current mental state. This value fluctuates for story progresses. Brace the situation careful making a choice. Oh no, that means we earn more of these instead of just losing it. Layla's stress is increasing, but oh no.
I should have been done with the first draft of my thesis by now, but I've barely written a third. Well, I guess I have to keep looking up as much info as possible, but who am I kidding? Maybe I'm not cut out to be a researcher. Maybe I shouldn't have come to the academia in the first place. I should probably notify my advisor sooner than later, so he can focus his attention on the other students. To be honest, I haven't slept a wink for days. Just thinking about the awful state of my thesis keeps me up at night. Lack of sleep hinders my ability to focus, and if I can't focus, I can't do any proper research or thinking. I've seen the caliber of the other academia students. They're all geniuses and fast learners. I'm nowhere near as gifted as they are. Oh, if it wasn't for someone who's been helping me out, my advisor probably would have kicked me out of the Darshan by now.
Someone to go. The Great Fungus Elder, the sage. Let's try the Great Fungus.
Huh? What's that? A fungus with a long beard?
You're imagining too much.
There's no such thing. Though, if there were... this might sound strange, but I actually don't know who's been helping me. I don't even... Due to my lack of sleep, I sometimes get dizzy and faint when I'm stressed out. Yeah, but oddly enough, when I wake up, all the things I was stressing over are taken care of. My homework's somehow finished before the deadline, and my papers are perfectly written, but that's not all. My flowers are watered,
That's a
laundry's done,
lot.
even my broken camera was fixed. I really don't know what's going on, but for now, I'm calling the phenomenon a blessing from the star. Maybe the stars above decided to help out after seeing all the effort I put into my research. But there's no point in me studying at the academia if I keep relying on this mysterious phenomenon. It comes down to my own efforts, improving one step at a time. Oh no, I've already spent too much time chatting. I still haven't made much headway on my thesis. At this rate, I'll need the Wisdom Seelie. Yes, but time's of the
Wisdom
essence.
Seelie.
So I have to take what I can get. Oh, sorry. I'm just making excuses. But the Wisdom Seelie is truly amazing and freely shares its endless knowledge. If you want its help, all you have to do is write down your question, and you'll get a response a short while later. No one knows who or what it actually is. It's just known as the Wisdom Seelie. But getting an answer all comes down to the Seelie's mood. Sometimes it'll only give you a vague answer or play tricks on you. I'm pretty sure a researcher wouldn't do something like that. All I can do right now is hope that it helps me. Who knows if it'll happen this time? I can't put all my eggs in one basket. Trying my luck with another phenomenon is better than doing nothing.
Sounds a little sketchy. I'll go check it out with you.
Oh, really? But sorry for the bother. Okay, let's go give it a try. I just hope it can help me get through this Among the countless legends surrounding the House of Dana, the Wisdom Seelie is one of the more popular ones. It hasn't been around for long, but word of the Seelie's existence spread like wildfire. So, it should probably help me as well.
So, do you call its name and it appears, or some kind of summoning ritual?
I don't know its name, and we have to... Let's split up and ask around about the Seelie.
Okay. How are we gonna find this Wisdom Seelie? Seelie. Sleepy Layla. That's about the legend. So we're going inside the house now again. Glad I turned the lights on. Imagine if you put night mode on the put night mode on instead of just looking at this. Every single time they're nearly going to burn the screen off.
Excuse me? Have you ever heard of the Wisdom Seelie?
You've come to the right person. I came across this legend not too long ago myself. After hearing about it, I decided to test it out and asked it a question about the brightness of the stars. 2 days later, I got a response. It included 2 pages of detailed and accurate information. It saved me from having to look up a ton of resources. Yeah, so I submitted another question a few days ago. I still haven't received a reply, though.
That sounds like what others have said. But I don't have the time to wait for a reply if the Seelie doesn't answer right away. Whatever. Can you please tell me how to submit a question to the Wisdom Seelie?
It's quite simple. Go to the bookshelf over there and find either Theoretical Astrology or a quick reference guide to astrology cases.
Oh, I know where those are. My Darshan has us use those 2 books quite often.
Okay, so write your question in a letter addressed to the Wisdom Seelie, and then insert the letter into one of the books. Come back in a day or 2, and if you see a red stamp on your letter, that means the Wisdom Seelie has replied. However, if the stamp never appears, then that means the Seelie doesn't want to answer your question.
I see. I'm gonna go write down my question.
Then we have to wait for another 2 days. Shit, rubber mich. I think this is better. Yeah, 10 seconds. I know the Yelan's ultimate is he's better than he's better than I think his heaps better than what's the book one with Leeway? Wielding a hydrovision. Oh, Saint Joe, yeah, Saint Joe. Basically it's the same, but Yelan dealt some more. I wonder why everyone plays as Yelan. Layla plays Layla this in a book.
Finally. I wrote out my question and put it in the book. Wait, I guess. I'll come back tomorrow to check on it. I see. Alright then.
Next day, Layla need to return to the same bookshelf.
Time to look at the letter. Please let there be a stamp. Please let there be a stamp. There's a red stamp on it. This is wonderful. My troubles are at an end. Let's take a look at what it wrote. Thank you for your letter. Though I have extended a response, I cannot answer your query due to your questionable motive. Questionable motives? Okay, let's see. Completing a thesis requires independent thought and work. You planned on using my knowledge to complete your paper's most critical portions. That's not right. However, considering that your deadline is fast approaching, and that there is substance to the content in the completed sections of your thesis, I've decided to help you follow the hints I've left, and you will find the answer to your question. Consider the effort you put into thinking and searching as your payment for my knowledge. What the... It's absolutely right about everything. Oh, I'm starting to feel guilty now. I can't deny any of it, but I'm running out of time.
So the answer for you, yeah?
Huh? I could tell you're a very kind person, but I never expected that you'd go this far to help. I'll definitely think of a way to make it up to you once. Okay, let's start by looking at the hint it left us. The first clue lies hidden on the road of wisdom. The headstrong child finally sees the world for how big it truly is. That's it? Not even a picture or any other marking to go off of. What's this road of wisdom and who's the child?
Referring to the academia.
Possibly. That sounds like a natural conclusion. Wait, I think I get what it means by the child and awe and fear. When I first left home, it took me days to reach Sumeru City. It was so grand and awe-inspiring. After seeing the city, a thought popped into my head. Am I really worthy of this place? Worry, fear, or whatever you want to call it. But how does it know my feelings so well? You have a point. Anyway, let's go take a...
So that means there's no changes at all. Yeah, it did come down, but it goes up again when she finds out about the answer. The answer mentioned in the letter. Okay, so we go that way. So we teleport there anyway. What? Hello? So, oh yeah, so that's a brand new mechanic. But once we get all the endings, then it became useless, I guess. Or maybe useful if she's get an act 2. Yeah, other like oh yeah, there were 6 of them. Usually 5, but there's one on there's that is a 6. 6 hearts. But this one is different. If you raise all the all the hearts to 5, something will happen. But if we keep her calm down, like make sure not to raise until 5 hearts. The place I mentioned in the letter. She'll stay like that. What's going on?
Oh, we should be close. This is the way I came when I first traveled to Sumeru City. Aw, it's been way too long. No, this isn't the time for that kind of talk. It is. Assuming the Seelie is intentionally linking the clues to my past, so this is a little embarrassing. At that time, the sight of Sumeru City was absolutely mesmerizing. I was distracted and accidentally stepped on an Avidia leopard's tail. I didn't notice it at all. The poor thing was sound asleep, and after I stepped on its tail, it bolted straight up. There were actually more Avidia leopards sleeping nearby, and good thing someone from the Eremites heard me shouting for help. Yeah, but when I finally managed to calm myself down, I noticed that the talisman my mother had made for me was missing. It's extremely precious to me. Ever since I was little, I would always carry it with me whenever I'm doing something. I also had it with me when the academia conducted its selection exam at my village. I checked my bag at least a dozen times to make sure the talisman was in there. I feel much more at ease knowing that I have it with me, but I ended up losing it before I even finished registration at the academia. Yeah, and that's when I started having sleeping problems. Losing a talisman like that is definitely a bad omen. Oh, sorry. I'm starting to ramble again. What were we talking about before? All right. Why, the Seelie led us here. I think we should look around where the Avidia leopards attacked me. If the Seelie is trying to make me remember things that happened in the past, it would make the most sense for it to hide clues and memorable. Aw, hope the Seelie's clue wasn't also torn to shreds by a Avidia leopard. I'm sorry. I suppose...
Yeah. So I think Bennett is alone. So most people having bad luck. Here? Close.
Oh, we should be close. Sure enough, it's here. I don't know. It's not hiding somewhere and spying on me. Seems like you haven't forgotten about your very first failure. See? I have no idea what's going on. I've placed the second clue where heaven meets water. The answer, seemingly amongst the stars, was ultimately washed to some unremarkable place downstream. Just as I thought. If the first clue was any indication, then the location described in this clue should also be related. Most Ratawa's research is related to studying the stars, and, let's just say there's another devastating and unforgettable failure. But that can't be helped. Let's keep moving.
500 meters. Oh, yeah, going in front of the city.
We're here. That's the spot. That's where I performed my first field observation after enrolling at the academia. Everything was ready to go and I was positive that I'd be able to get some great data. But the equipment was a little heavy and I didn't notice that the ground was muddy and some spots were unstable. After I finished setting up everything, part of the ground suddenly shifted and my equipment started teetering over. The next thing I knew, everything was covered with muddy water. Oh, me and all my equipment.
That's messy.
You must be wondering how someone can be so clumsy.
Oh, not really about the mistakes.
Thank you for understanding. Oh, it's a vicious cycle. The less I sleep, the more mistakes I make. I just got a minor fracture, so I had to rest at B. Marston for a while.
Oh, very not your head.
To pay off the damages to the equipment, I took some part-time jobs. Bingo. Oh. The pressure from my studies and debt was crushing me, and I didn't want to tell my family about any of it. After all, I am the legendary Layla who made it into the academia at a young age. Oh, and had never failed an assignment in her life. Of course, I've even considered giving up on my studies completely and returning home to help care for the Sumter beasts, but that would be kind of embarrassing. I don't mean that I'd be embarrassed in front of others. I mean that I'd be ashamed of myself. Although, it hasn't always been smooth sailing, and sometimes things don't go my way. I made it this far on my own. There haven't been any major incidents with my studies, and I even managed to pay off the equipment damages. But I guess I'm exaggerating a bit. Most of it is still due to the help of some unknown person and that's exactly why they mustn't ever find out. Once I finally manage to acclimate to life in Sumeru City, I'll show them my success. Anyways, let's continue looking for the next clue.
There? Oh, yeah, down the stream.
That place downstream could be somewhere close by. Here, it's over here. Let's see. Have you found it? The unremarkable place downstream. Well, of course. I've placed the third hint at a crossroad without a cross. They're actually getting clearer for me. I don't know if the clues are following a timeline or if they're based on the amount of regret I have.
Okay, personal is he stalking you?
Anyway, just follow me.
Mention the letter. Oh, from the Vamara village. Let's go there.
This is the place that immediately came to mind when I came here to conduct some astrological observation once. But just as I was about to set up the observation equipment, I heard a strange sound coming from nearby. They were a group of treasure hoarders, and the family that was being mugged looked completely helpless. Not exactly. I already had a vision by that time. Someone with a vision should technically be really powerful, right? Handling a group of treasure hoarders should be well within my abilities. However, I didn't know how to channel the power of the elements to fight at that time, and I was super scared. Then I ran away. I scrambled towards Sumeru City looking for help. Eventually, I managed to return with a few adventurers I ran into along the... It took longer than I had hoped, and by the time we made it back here, the treasure hoarders and the family were gone. I don't know if the family only lost their belongings in the end. Oh, I faced a lot of problems after coming to Sumeru City, but this incident is one that I regret the most. I could have stepped in to help that family. Would it have ended differently if I were just a little braver? Aw, thank you for trying to comfort me. It's just as the Seelie said. Turning back shouldn't be an option.
Anybody wants to do to me? Hey, just searching rest for a bit.
Oh,
Yeah, this is too much.
But what about my thesis? Sorry for causing you so much trouble. Alright, I actually don't have much stamina. I'm really sorry.
Yeah. The expert. At least you tried. Well, what if those Hill Charles? To the pressure holders. Even wild Sumter Beast.
Let's stop here. I don't think I can walk any further. Alright, I'm gonna give my legs a rest. I feel bad for making you go through so much trouble for me. I'm sorry. But enough of that. I need to pull myself together. I cannot just give up this time, even if my head's not in a good place. Watch out! Behind you! Monsters! A lot of them too. Why didn't we see them coming? No, I'll fight too, but I want to help. I can't just sit back and watch you while you fight. I mustn't keep repeating my past regrets. I should take action when I'm needed and give it my all when the moment calls. If you miss those opportunities in life, you may never get another chance to make up for them. All right, let's take them all down.
Oh. Yeah, of course this is not even safe. So many other bongo heads.
Gotcha.
Okay, how about this?
Prepare to be blown away!
Big damage was not enough.
Not now. Stars, shine for me.
Dissipate. Here comes the catch.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, that's not right.
I'll settle this. Busted.
I really need to keep up with my training. It's embarrassing to be out of breath so quickly like this. Well, the only appropriate response would be to say that I'm fine, right? But then again, I know you'd be able to see right through those words. I'm just happy I didn't get in your way during the fight. Oh, thanks for the compliment. Although I may not be physically strong, my will is as resilient as they come. I'll be fine after I... Can you stay with me while I recover my energy?
Once bitten, twice shy. So that's one down. A few to go. Like usual, we'll only get this one in one go. Drowsy Evening Star. The road to failure. Oh, that's another one. Oh yeah. Yeah, that is something in slumber. Is what if I
This is the place that immediately... I came here to conduct some but they were a group of treasure... Not exact... Someone... However, I didn't... Then... I ran... Eventually, it took longer. I don't know if the family owned... I could have stepped in to help that family. It's just as the Seelie said. You're right. I'm feeling calmer now. We're probably getting close now. Let's search this area.
one final step? So should we just keep going? Where is? Oh, there it is.
Swing blade.
Works.
Here it is. Just let's see what we have this time.
Shall I with this Wisdom Seelie?
Guess not. I can't think of any connection. Whatever. Thanks, but I'm fine.
It's actually from our village.
Maybe the Seelie didn't prepare anything for us this time. If we're wrong... wrong about this, it'll... you're right. Hello?
Coming! Just a moment. Oh, it's you, Layla.
Huh? Do you know me?
That's no way to greet a friend, of course. Is this a friend of yours?
A friend. I'm having a little trouble with my thesis and I don't know either. I don't even know where to begin. I recognized him immediately. He's one of the people that was getting robbed by the treasure hoard, but he shouldn't know anything about me. Yeah, but that was before the robbery. Even if he saw me, he wouldn't know who I am. He didn't notice me during the...
Is something the matter?
I appreciate your kindness, but I really can't remember how we met.
So you aren't joking? Do you still remember when my family and I were being robbed by a gang of...
Yes, but I don't think I was of much...
How so? You told us everything yourself the last time my family and I were surrounded by treasure hoarders, and I didn't know what to do. Those treasure hoarders were the first to hear them coming and started to flee the moment they sensed the situation wasn't going their way. I wasn't sure what had happened, but the treasure hoarders were scared off.
Oh, I see. I'm so glad that you and your family...
I thought it was a party of adventurers that happened to pass by, but you were amazing. You managed to keep a level head, even in the midst of danger. I know you have a vision, so those treasure hoarders wouldn't have been a match for you.
Wait, that's not exactly what happened. Anyway...
It's been some time, but not too long ago. I don't recall exactly when.
Nope. I'm sorry. I still can't seem to remember even...
You came over and ate with us, and you played games with my son. If only we had taken a picture. Oh! You forgot a package here from that visit. You'll definitely remember once you see it. Wait here. I'll go fetch it.
A pack... wait! This is it!
Oh, what is that talisman?
This is the talisman that I lost. The one that my mother made for me. Yes, this is definitely it. There's also a letter here to Layla? No! I swear I've never done anything like that. Hello, Layla. It must have been quite the endeavor to follow the Seelie's hints all the way here. Great work. Self-reflection is a wonderful quality to possess. Failure is a stranger to no one. The purpose of self-reflection is not to indulge in the pain of failure. If you're reading this letter, then you have succeeded in taking the first step. On the back of this letter is the core information that your thesis is lacking. It's actually been done for a while now. I hope that this journey has provided insight for your life ahead. From the bottom of my heart, I wish you courage as you carry onward and hope that you fulfill the expectations you hold, always watching over you. Sincerely, the Wisdom Seelie. Oh, I thought we were going to fail. I thought that everything we did and all the time we spent was... But the Seelie wasn't messing with me. I doubt it. I mean, unless I somehow came here while I was unconscious and don't remember. Although, having said that, I have heard rumors claiming that I sleepwalk a lot. But even then, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm actually the Wisdom Seelie. I'll write back and ask to meet with the Seelie, and even though I still have a lot of questions, this experience was fruitful enough. If it wasn't for your perseverance really does pay off.
I'm not sure if I understand what has happened.
Yes, it's something really, really good and...
Well then, since you're already here, why don't you stay and have something to eat? We just finished preparing some food. Come on, don't be a stranger. Your friend should join us as well. You must relax and gather your strength so you can take on the challenges ahead.
All right, thank you all. I can do the...
Pay the price to pay is returns. What are you doing here? Oh. So yeah. What a Seelie. This located dialogue. So, yeah. There's another outcome. Hopefully we could just try to teleport there instead. Why here? Go and look at that bookshelf again.
Finally. Wait, I'll come back tomorrow. I see. All right then. Time to look at the... there's a red stamp on it. Let's take a look at what... Thank you. Questionable motive? Okay. However, follow the... Consider the... What the... It's absolutely right about everything, but I'm running up...
Maybe messing with you.
Suppose that means the Seelie is someone true. After all. It's the Seelie we're talking about. Sorry. I'm just a little... Okay, Layla. We have two possible leads right now. The first is the checkout logs of those two books. The red stamp bears the Taoist emblem, which is used by a lot of people. Let's go and make an inquiry.
Alright. Inquiry. More information about the Wisdom Seelie.
Hi there. Have you heard of the legend of the Wisdom Seelie?
Do I really look like the kind of student that would be interested in such a
that's
pointless
no.
legend?
That's a no.
Well, I do happen to have some info. Huh? Logically, that I just don't want others to see me as some poor excuse for a student.
I don't really think bad students would come to the House of Dana to pass the time.
Well, I spend most of my time here. One time, late at night, a black shadow fell from above and landed in the central area of the House of Dana. Of course, I was a little sleepy at the time, but
And then what happened?
then the shadow quickly circled behind me with incredible speed. Just as I tried to turn around to get a look at it, I fainted. Yes, it was, but given how popular the legend of the Seelie has become lately, maybe this has something to do with it.
Don't take this the wrong way.
It was closed that night. I suppose even the House of Dana needs to be closed for maintenance from time to time.
I see. But what were you doing here?
Don't look so surprised.
Anyway, thank you for the info.
You're welcome.
So about that person. Nargis.
There's really no need to fight over such paltry research funds.
Hi there. Do you know anything about the Wisdom Seelie?
Yes, of course. However, I feel like I'm still missing some key pieces of information. Hey, maybe if we put our heads together, we can figure something.
Sure.
There are a few known traits of the Wisdom Seelie. First, it's extremely strong. It can easily carry a few dozen books, along with 4 or 5 pieces of astrology equipment all at once. It's extremely athletic as well. Lastly, it has a number of special abilities. It has a hardened metal body that's impervious to injury.
That doesn't even...
Well, it is a legend after all, but these aren't just made up, you know. There have been many sightings too, including at Chatrakam Cave, the Avidia Forest, and around the waterfall south of Sumerus.
Has anyone seen what it actually looks like?
Not that I know of. No one's been able to get close to it. I would probably want to remain a mystery too, if I were someone as legendary as the Wisdom Seelie. So what do you make of it?
No. We're probably gonna need some time to digest all the, incredible information you've provided.
Not a problem. But if you manage to find anything, be sure to come and tell me about it. I trust that you'll quickly discover the excitement of slowly unraveling the truth.
That's good news.
Please, remember to share any new information you come across.
Okay. Kishinobu, come here to read some books.
If you don't have any more questions, I'm gonna go back to my books now.
Bookworm.
Oh, hello there.
Hello. I'm a Ratawahist student and would like to see the checkout logs for theoretical astrology and a quick reference guide to astrology.
Oh, are you also here to investigate the Ratawahist Wisdom Seelie legend?
Also?
Yes, I myself am also quite curious about it. Given you're a Ratawahist student, I'm sure you know that a lot of research references these 2 books. All our copies of these particular titles are frequently checked out. I have looked into it, but found no irregularities in the check.
Is there any chance the Seelie could have taken the books out and returned?
Not likely. That would be almost impossible. The House of Dana is extremely strict about the circulation of its books, and even if it managed to figure out a way to take the books without leaving any record, it's possible that someone would come looking to borrow the books before this. If someone discovers that a book is missing or that it doesn't match my inventory records, it would come to my attention immediately. However, it might be possible to pull off in the case of a less popular book.
Okay. This is useful to know.
That's good news for Layla.
Okay, everyone's given us a lot of useful information. Some things we heard were pretty straightforward, but others were just, ridiculous. Yeah. Let me think and see what I can make of... Okay, Calm down, Layla. I know the info's all over the place, but first, let's try to figure out the Seelie's identity based on the clues we then will analyze where it's been sighted and its motives. From there, we should be able to predict its movement. Book circulation is strictly regulated, and there is a log of anyone who checks out the stamp. Which probably means they're a Ratawa student. It once infiltrated the House of Dana. I think I heard somewhere that it has a lot of ridiculous... It's been to the Chatrakam cave. No, there doesn't seem to be any notable connection between these two people. Okay, I think I've... First, based on the information Katayun provided, we can assume that the Seelie is a student from the Ratawa. The possibility of it being someone outside the Darshan can be ruled out because it'd be impossible to gain access to those two books without going through the library. Next, leaving its crazy abilities aside, all the sightings took place in locations that, in other words, it's probably just conducting research. The question that I submitted was no simple query, but it was able to give me a reply in just a day. So based on this reasoning, all we have to do is wait for it at the next... it's nothing real. But that's not important right now. Let's get going. I'll tell you what I mean by that if the Seelie doesn't...
There's really no need to fight over such paltry research funds.
To expedite it. Oh, so we go out this time. Curry popular dish somero. Curry in the air. Hungry children, it's time to come home. Let's order some chicken curry in chicken curry in Azuma. The source has been eradicated. Okay. Go up there again.
The weather today is perfect. Honestly, spending an entire night waiting for something that we're not sure is gonna happen. But we don't really have any choice. Get some sleep if you're tired. Thanks.
She's right up there. Look.
We hardly saw any animals left. No matter how conclusive the evidence is or how perfect our reasoning may be, they're probably one and the same. It's like I told you. I tried to understand what I had been doing when I'm unconscious, but I've never been able to get any definitive evidence. Something is actively attempting to cover up all the clues without my knowing. Maybe that something is me. Or maybe it isn't. For all I know, I could even be the Seelie. Would the Seelie be willing to help me this time? What is it actually thinking? Huh? You want to help me? Of course it would be nice to know what's really going on, but that's impossible.
There's other Layla about it.
Huh?
Uh-oh.
What's wrong?
Nothing is what we do.
Yeah.
Oh.
And to think I could have been working on my thesis this
I'm
whole
sorry, you're
time.
really fine.
My stomach is churning just... please stop. The more you talk about it, the more silly I feel.
It was what?
Oh, come on, Layla. What are you doing? Everyone's gonna start thinking you're crazy now. Oh no. I'm losing it. So dizzy.
What's going on?
Oh, I'm sorry. I got distracted there. Where were we? Oh, what's wrong? You look like you've got something on your mind.
You, the other Layla?
What are you talking about? What do you mean the other Layla? I am Layla. Fine. It appears that you were waiting for me to show up. I suppose there's no use in me pretending. I promise I don't mean any harm and I'll answer all your questions. But before that, would you mind telling me who you are first? Let me think. Okay, I got it. You two found this place by following the hints that I left behind. You were planning to wait for me. Or I should say you were waiting for the Seelie to show up. Was this your idea or hers? I see. Yes, she's always had great analytical skills. It'd be nice if she was more confident, though.
Wait, yeah, look at this. Oh.
All right.
This means it's a good
That's
thing.
all the questions I have. Your turn. Please ask.
Hey, you're the silly, you was the silly pranking people. If they also didn't, what do you mean?
Infiltrating the House of Dana was a total accident. She'd forgotten an important book, and the House of Dana happened to be closed at the time. I had no choice but to scale the walls with some simple climbing ropes and sneak in from above while the core of 30 wasn't paying attention. I had no idea there was still a student inside. I had no choice but to put him to sleep. Any clear evidence of my existence would only hinder my ability to conceal my identity. It would also expose me to Layla as well. As for the special powers, well, they're just things I did during the process of trying to finish the thesis. It's like I said, I don't have much time, so I need to be as efficient as possible.
You're the silly.
That's right. Though I didn't intend for it to turn out this way, really. I just wanted to help out a few other classmates who were having a hard time while I was helping Layla finish her thesis. You see, Layla doesn't have many friends at the academia. If the others noticed her helping them out, I thought maybe I'd help her become more sociable. Unfortunately, that didn't really work out. Instead, legends of the Seelie started going around. But that's alright. I can instantly tell which students are asking serious questions and which are just trying to take advantage of me to slack off. My time to move freely is quite limited, so it's only natural that I would punish the people attempting to waste my time. My intention is to help people. I'm not here to cause any harm. Well then, does that answer all your questions? You see, her emotions are incredibly unstable. If she knew that there's another Layla who is capable of doing everything, she may think even less of herself. She could think, maybe I should just leave it all to her. I'm always relying on her anyway. Why not let her live my life for me? She might start thinking about giving up completely, and that's the exact opposite of what I'm trying to do for her. After all, she and I are one and the same. We're two sides of the same coin. No one knows her greatest strength more than I do. It's her resilience. If she's able to persevere in everything she does, then one day she won't need my help anymore. I trust that she's capable of doing that, and it's something that she should do on her own. She actually discovered the key data she needs for her thesis a long time ago. She just didn't organize it well enough. I'll complete her thesis for her, Oh, please don't share any of this with her. I would like to keep this a secret for both of our sakes. Thank you for doing this for me. No, for us. She seems to be waking up now. Well, this is goodbye. If we never meet again, then I guess I did something right.
Oh, she's coming back.
Huh? Oh, I see. Was I sleepwalking? Really? I don't believe you. You're hiding something from me. You said you were gonna help me, didn't you? Please tell me. You promised you'd help.
Which remains unspoken. Oh, so that's the result. What happened? Okay, so yeah, let's go back to the again. Ever silent stars. Very sure, okay. Yeah, that could be the first time, but to me, that wasn't the first time. It's like, when I saw Layla, Layla's other Layla, you can, if you know what I mean, you can find it in the voice lines. See what I mean?
Oh, sorry, but...
The visitor Willy.
Oh, but no. I was originally looking up some information at the House of...
Oh. Not right.
I should have been done with the... Well, but who... I should probably... To be honest, lack of sleep. I've seen the caliber of the other academia students. Oh, if that... dude, yeah. My homework's somehow finished before the death, but that's... I really don't know what's going... Maybe the stars of... it comes down to my... Oh no. Yes, but the Wisdom Seelie... if you wanted some... no one knows who or... But getting an answer all comes down... all I can... who knows if it'll happen this time? Trying my luck with... but what do we... Rest? But my... then how should I... Oh, that's a good idea. A cup of coffee might help clear my head. Let's go.
Oh. Uh-oh. If she drinks coffee... Go to Posmo Cafe. Imagine the face of Layla. The face of Layla if she drank coffee. Coffee. Layla coffee.
Let's sit down here and have some coffee and sweets. No. We're here to rest.
Oh, hey, Layla.
Huh?
I'm one of Layla's classmates. I just came by to say hi.
Oh,
We
another
just
one
submitted
down
our
my eyebrows.
theses and we're totally beat. Seeing how relaxed you look, you must.
Oh, no, I'm actually having a lot of trouble.
You say that every time we talk, but you've never missed a deadline. Not only that, your papers are always well written and thorough. Your advisor is constantly praising your work, yet you're always going around saying stuff like, I can't make it, I don't understand, I'm super worried.
Well,
For starters, she doesn't even try to participate with the group at all. It's one thing that she's not willing to help us, but she doesn't even bother showing up for our discussion meeting. Every time we come to see her, she looks out of sorts and on the verge of a breakdown. It's not like we can't finish our own theses without her, but
I know. Sorry.
whatever. There's no point in starting an argument. If you think she can justify her behavior, then that's your opinion.
Thanks for standing up for me. I really want to help the others, but most of the time I'm barely scraping by myself. Yeah, I can't ever tell my classmates about that. It's really just a big misunderstanding, and there's nothing I can do about it. Everyone just gives me weird looks and judges me. It's actually pretty rare for someone to actively engage in a conversation with me. What do you mean? Yeah, that's exactly it. The thing is, I'm terrible under pressure. That's just my nature. Even the thought of everyone's expectations back home is enough to make me feel nervous. And the more nervous I get, the worse things become around me. Take what Munira just said, for example.
Facing Baba head on.
Face it head on. Okay. The theory sections are pretty much finished. As of now, I'm missing crucial observation data. And then there's the preparation for my thesis defense. What? You want to help me with my thesis? Thank you. Thank you so much. You're so kind. Okay, I'll do my best. It's the least I can do, considering everything you've already done. First on the list is the experiment to get observational data. I actually had it all planned out several days ago and even borrowed a celestial globe from a Mahamada. However, the weather was rainy every single day after I borrowed it, and I was unable to compare the night sky against the celestial globe. There were a lot of people waiting to borrow the celestial globe, and I wasn't able to extend my time slot. That's why I still haven't performed the necessary observations yet. That's right. The celestial globe is a high-precision device used specifically for researching the stars. Submitting an application to borrow one from the academia is pretty much the only way for me to get my hands on one. Huh? Why the Adventurers Guild?
Just don't want to know what Catherine does.
Oh, I see. The Adventurers Guild is open to everyone's commissions. Okay.
So we go out now? Yeah, of course.
Ad Astra Episosk.
I'd like to... I have a commission. It's kinda strange. How should I put this? Right. Equipment at the academia is in very high demand, and we aren't able to borrow one now.
I don't know anything about astrology, so I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with the device you were looking for. However, one of our requesters happens to be an astrology enthusiast. I hear that he's a collector of all sorts of specialized astrology equipment. After the Adventurers Guild helped him out, he indicated that he'd be happy to return the favor if the Adventurers ever need it. Perhaps we could arrange a meeting between you two. That should help solve your problem.
Really?
You're welcome. It's my job to provide adventurers with the necessary support. The man's name is Azam. Here's his address.
Sam. Wow, just teleport.
Hello, are you Azam?
Yes, I am. How may I help you? Ah, I see. Well, if it's a request from an adventurer, then I'll be happy to help you. I just so happen to have the device that you're looking for.
Yes, this is it. Thank you so much. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
To be honest, judging by what stands before me, I find it very hard to believe that you're an astute Ratawa. Astrology is a hobby of mine, and these devices have cost me both time and mora to collect. I cherish them as if they were members of my own family, which is why I don't let just anyone borrow them on a whim.
Oh, that's completely understandable.
How about this? I don't need a deposit or anything, but I'd like you to share the contents of your research with me. If your explanation proves satisfactory,
Share the contents of my research? You're starting to make me feel nervous. I'm sorry. I feel a little dizzy.
Are you okay? She said it again. Oh no.
I'm okay. My mind just decided to stray elsewhere for a moment. Give me a second to gather myself. Oh, is this the celestial globe that I needed to borrow?
correct. I was about to test you with a few questions, but you suddenly started looking very uncomfortable.
Oh, don't worry about it. I don't sleep very well, so I tend to get a little dizzy from time to time.
She seems a little different all of a sudden. Oh, I see. Well then, can you briefly summarize your area of research for me?
With pleasure. I'll give you a general overview. You're probably aware that astrologists rely on the movements of the celestial bodies to calculate the past and the future. Due to the difficulty of designing an experiment and the challenges of validating theories about the past, astrological research is usually based on an immense foundation of experience, and therein lies the largest complexity. Derived and validated conclusions may vary due to subtle changes caused by the flow of time and shifts in the stars.
I've heard about this before. I believe it's known as astral shift.
One of the most classic challenges is to use 3 stars with shifting orbits to predict the overall changes that may have occurred.
Are you referring to the triple orbit problem? Yes, that really is a classic problem, and a very difficult one to tackle.
I came up with a set of prediction methods that encompass more than half of the triple orbit problems. This set of methods is already being put into practice at the Ratawa Darshan by my advisor, drastically simplifying the difficulty of calculations involved in the triple orbit problem.
Yes, I've heard about that. The announcement made big waves in the astrology enthusiast community. So, you were the one who came up with that?
You mustn't judge a book by its cover, you know. The thesis I'm working on this time aims to address the remaining triple orbit problems, as well as eliminate a portion of the methodology's limitations.
I see. In that case, perhaps there's no one more fitting to operate this device. I just keep it as part of a collection. I can't use it to its full potential like you can.
Thank you for understanding. Okay, we should be going now. What did we plan to do after this? Huh? What makes you say that? Is there something off about me? Fine. Looks like I can't keep the act up any longer. I suppose suppose that is what she's been calling. With her long-term sleep deprivation, whenever her anxiety peaks, she loses consciousness and I take over. However, her unpredictable and variable sleep patterns are completely out of my control, so I have to make every second count. There's no one willing to help her here, so I am rather curious about you, though. Why are you trying to help her? Really? That's great. Seems like you've given her a boost of confidence with you. She's only steps away from the finish line. Anyway, what's the plan from here? I see. Well, it wouldn't be of any help if I practiced for her, but come on, let's go back to the House of Dana to make preparations.
You're quite welcome. It makes me happy to see my equipment being used to its potential.
How's Dina? Oh, what am I picking? Oh. It's not infiltrating the academy.
Okay, I should get started on those notes. Oh, and I have to ask a favor. Well, she's always been in a fragile state. If she knew that there was another Layla who's always taking care of everything, she might feel like everything she's ever worked for is pointless, and that could lead to some demoralizing thoughts. She's a resilient girl, but no matter how resilient she may be, no one can hold up to criticism and torment from themselves. If her condition grows any worse, it's possible that I might cease to exist as well. Then there wouldn't be anyone to help her. She's getting better though, isn't she? It's apparent how hard she's working now. She's my source of knowledge. I'm merely the representation of how she would be if she were rested and healthy. I believe that she's one of the best, even in a place like the academia where geniuses come by the handful. But growth is a process and shouldn't be rushed. I will always believe in and support her. Believe me, even if she were to end up at rock bottom, she'd find a way to somehow laugh it off as one of her silly mistakes and climb her way out. That's the kind of person she is. All right, I've written down all the possible questions that I think the advisors might ask. Next, I'll put together a few words of encouragement for her. I'm not going to sign it, obviously. Oh, and don't forget about our agreement.
Star's expectations. Look at it. So, I guess we got 2 left. A little sleepy like Layla. 2 measures.
Yes, I am. How may I help you? Ah, I see. Well, if it's a request from an adventurer, then I'll be happy to help you. I just so happen to have the device that you're looking for.
Yes, this is it. Thank you so much.
Astrology is a hobby of mine, and these devices have cost me both time and Mora, which is...
Oh, that's completely
How about if you're...
All right, I'll try. But I can't disclose the act.
Yes, that would be fine.
You're probably aware that astrologists rely on the movements of celestial bodies to calculate the past and the future. My current research is about a certain phenomenon called astral shift.
Interesting. That's not a topic any ordinary person would be familiar with.
Oh, okay. Well, in short, it means that the results derived from astrology are prone to change. As time continues to flow, the stars change and everything else becomes affected by this change. However, what's actually driving the change is what's worth investigating.
I think that it might just be another law of nature.
If the changes follow a certain pattern or routine, then it could be explained as some law. But the changes are manifold, even when considering just a single star. The changes could be resulting from a simple single orbit shift, or it could be a more complex double orbit, or even a triple or quadruple orbit shift. What I'm working on now is the research and prediction of the triple orbit shift.
Triple orbit?
Yes.
You do know that adding an extra star to the equation increases the computational workload by more than tenfold.
It does get a little complicated, but it's still manageable with the use of a few self-invented techniques and a large number of star logs and star charts, which leads us to why I'm in need of a high-precision celestial globe.
Amazing. I suppose I should never have judged a book by its cover.
Do I really look like that sort of person?
Don't worry. I'm just joking. I was a little cautious at first. It would make me extremely happy if my collection could assist a researcher in achieving... Just make sure you return it to me once you're done.
Oh, thank you so much. Good thing Azam was willing to hear me
I
out.
didn't really understand what you were talking about.
Really? Really? I don't know if you really... I guess even the hardest problems can be solved as long as I'm willing to... Recording and comparing data will be much easier now. Let's continue.
Okay. Let's progress. So we're here again.
This seems like the best spot to do this. So here's what will happen. Theoretically, I should be able to answer any questions related. However, I tend to get really nervous when my advisors look at me. That's why I want to rehearse and practice present. That's right. You should have gotten the gist of the content of my thesis when I was explaining it. It's okay if your questions are a little off. Wait a moment. All right, Layla, you come. All right.
Wait, with the great machine.
Huh? gotta be joking. About this question, I'm sorry. I'm not
no.
feeling very well. Everything is spinning.
Oh no, not again.
I'm sorry. I haven't been sleeping very well lately. What's wrong? Oh, sorry. Can you please repeat the question? All right. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You're Layla's friend, right? With her long-term sleep deprivation, whenever her anxiety peaks, she loses consciousness and I take over. However, her unpredictable and varying sleep patterns are completely out of my control, so there's no one willing to help her. I am rather curious about you, though. Really? That's great. You're helping with all the things that I used to do. Seems like you've given her a boost of confidence with your Now then, I can't really help her prepare for the thesis defense, so I'll be leaving some notes behind. Okay, I should get started on those notes. If there's
Oh.
anything you're curious about, you may go ahead and ask now. I can answer you as I write. Oh, and I have to ask a favor. When you give the notes to her later, please don't tell her about my existence. Well, she's always been in a fragile state. If she knew that there was another Layla who's always taking care of her, she might feel like she's a resilient girl. But no matter how resilient she may be, if her condition grows any worse, she's my source of knowledge. I believe that she's one of the best, but growth is a process. That's the kind of person she is. All right, I've written down all the possible questions that I think the advisors might ask. I'm not going to sign it, obviously.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Should tell her that kind of question. This is defense practice.
This seems like the best, so here's theoretic. However, that's why it's okay if your question. All right.
These kind of questions level triple probably.
Sure. Based on a sample size of 124 cases, we could only achieve approximately 60% accuracy. You can see the common traits of the erroneous samples on page 3. Excuse me, I mean from the star. It's clear that in each of the erroneous samples, one of the stars underwent a significant shift. We not only need to limit the number of stars, but we may also need to consider the degree of shift when applying triple orbit shift algorithms. Stars with greater shifts are often key in astrology readings. And that's my answer to your question. I'm gonna need more practice. Oh, really? Then this practice must be helping. During my first thesis defense, I stood like a statue on the stage and my palms were covered in sweat. I didn't even realize it, but you're right. I guess that means I'm capable of completing the thesis all on my own. I can hardly believe it. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just that I'm really excited. I'm not sure how to put this. I still don't know anything about the blessing from the stars. That somehow makes me feel a little
Oh.
lonely. Yeah, it almost makes the blessing feel like it was just a tool used for my studies, no? But I would really like to discover what the blessing actually is, if I ever get the chance. I want to express my gratitude for it, or better yet, maybe we could be friends. That's basically how I feel about it. Even if I know nothing about the blessing, it's almost like how you helped me. I really cherish and appreciate it. After all, It wouldn't be right to take such blessings for granted in our lives. That's good. I hope it's a little more satisfied with the way I am now.
Matter of course. Yeah, this is what you get when you don't completely trigger the so-called Layla 2. Layla 2. Right. I think you go to this one. Change your pace. Possible cafe again. Oh, talk that frustrated woman again. Ah.
Let's sit.
Oh, hey, Layla.
Huh?
I'm one of Layla's classmates. I just came by to say hi. We just submitted our theses, and we're seeing how we're.
Oh,
You say that, yet you're always.
well,
For starters, she doesn't even try to participate with the group at all. Every time we come to see her, she looks out of sorts and on the verge of a breakdown. It's not like.
I know.
Whatever. There's no point in. If you think.
Thanks. I really want to help the help. Yeah, it's really just a big It's actually. Huh? The thing is, I'm terrible under pressure. That's just my nature. Even then, the more nervous I get, the worse things become around me. Completely relaxed? But we're at How do I completely relax? The sight I used to enjoy visiting the rainforest. Okay, why don't we go there and take a look?
Okay. Going outside now. So that's how, yeah, it's really hard to work a part of a student of a dasha. So we could be away from the city. Make sure you don't make contact with those hilly churros.
Even the air here feels more relaxed. I just want to forget about the thesis altogether. This doesn't count as trying to. That's quite the legitimate excuse. I grew up in a place like that. Those were the happiest days. I had a bunch of friends back then, and we would go pick wild berries. No matter what ingredients we found, we would cook them over a fire, and whoever lost one of our games would have... No, it wasn't that bad. It really depended on how lucky you were. Grilled apples and poinsettias are actually quite delicious. Sure. I haven't done that in ages.
What is it? Grilled meat.
Apples and zaytun peaches were the most popular fruits back then. Oh, and of course, grilled fish is delicious too. Oh, fish skin releases oils while cooking, which drip into the fire and cause it to burn even brighter.
No. Don't drink any of them. Lump our food.
but we would always get yelled at by the grown-ups if they caught us sneaking into the river to catch fish. What's the big deal? We just want to swim. That's what we used to say. But now that I think about it, it really was quite dangerous. Thank goodness nothing bad ever happened. Hey!
Is it possible? No, they just stand at the beach. All fruits, fresh apple.
I think we found enough now, don't you? Alright. There's nothing like the smell of fresh ingredients. I'll be here cleaning the ingredients. Can you please fetch some firewood for us?
Fine. Yeah, we have to piss them off.
Take it easy.
Just you wait.
Everyone hold hands! Fresh food is the best. We all used to run around in the woods when we were kids. It doesn't matter how long I'm away from the forest, I won't ever forget the feeling of running through the trees. Oh, how about you? Can you relate to that feeling? Whatever the case, it's a very warm feeling. In the end, I passed the admissions exam, and the life I had led came to an abrupt end. Later, as I sat in a lecture at the academia, my mind started to wander and I began to think about home. I can't go back anymore. And other similar thoughts started to come to mind. I guess I'm still not used to being in the academia yet. You're right. So we should let go of the past. I suppose this is also part of growing up. But reminiscing about the carefree life of being a kid sure works wonders for the mind. You start missing those moments once you leave them behind. And that's part of moving forward. From now on, I'd like to cherish every single day of my life, even when it's not the smoothest of rides. I'll take the compliment. A little bit of sugar and a good view really go a long way for relaxation. I thought it'd be impossible for me to enjoy something like this. I thought I'd never be able to get my mind off my thesis. But now, I feel like I'm fully enjoying myself. You're right. I've been doing research for so long that I'm a carefree stroll.
The meal later. There's someone singing.
feeling of cool lake water can wash away all your troubles. Can you wait for a minute? I'd like to wash my face. I think it'd be refreshing. A swim? I can't remember the last time I went swimming. I might not even know how to anymore. Okay. I'll try to some. Wait, no. I'll definitely lose. No. Forget about winning or losing, Layla. Wait, we're starting already?
Swimming. Swimming. Oh, I swim too much. Oh.
Wow. I never knew there was such a large lake here. It's so beautiful. The feeling. Can you wait? I can't remember the last. Okay. Wait. No. I'll definitely lose. No. Forget about winning or losing, Layla. Wait. We're starting already?
You're like, swim, Layla, swim. Swim on the edge of the map border.
As expected, really? Among my childhood friends, but that's just like how I used to think that I had a gift for learning. After coming to Sumeru City, I realized that I only thought that because my hometown is such a small place. On top of that, I'm getting weaker and weaker because I'm barely able to sleep nowadays. Please, you're always encouraging me. I'm starting to feel embarrassed. But swimming again really feels great. I'm just kidding, of course. I'm sure fish have worries of their own. Let's keep going.
Right up to that mountain. Yeah, this.
There's a mushroom here. You want to jump on it to see what's up there? I haven't done this in a while. I kinda want to give it a try.
Get with me!
Top of that mountain again.
Our bond is strong!
we've walked pretty far now, but I barely felt the time passing by. I've been staring at books in my thesis every day. You're right. No matter how much of a hard time I'm having in academics, I should still find the time to look after myself and fulfill my needs. You really understand. Release my stress? Oh, I see what you mean. Being at the top of a mountain really does make someone want to yell out loud.
No.
But it's a little uncivilized, isn't it? Alright, I'll give it a try. Just promise not to laugh, okay?
Okay. Sorry.
What an amazing day! It feels like my entire body is bubbling with excitement after yelling like this. Happiness was so common as a child, but before I knew it, this feeling was buried in the bottom of my... it's getting late. Why don't we rest here for a while? Oh, but it's alright if you don't want to listen to that kind of stuff. We can also tell jokes about life. Okay. The only reason I ever chose to study astrology is because of how beautiful the stars are at night. My teacher told me that nature possesses a certain power that grants people an equal amount of kindness and fairness. And that's why I wanted to call the kind person who's always helping me as the blessing from the stars. The stars in the sky are something that brings happiness to people. Everything about home is filled with purity and passion. My memories of that place are wonderful. I never want to forget them. If I were to ever discard anything so pure, I don't think I'd ever be able to find a place to anchor myself in the vast sea of That's why, no matter how tiring or how hard it gets, I won't let my family down. They are already an important part
That's
of
another reason not to lose yourself in inspiration.
Yeah, thank goodness you were... We probably still have a while until the stars come out. Only kids sit around like this, waiting for the stars to appear.
Name is Layla. Moment of respite. You know what? That scream reminds me of one of those YouTube music videos. This all the tense. Six Cassidy is. Okay. So that's about it. Next up is the parting of yeah, the my nose is yeah, a parade in what's up? It's the new event, the Archon event quest. That's enough Laylas for now. Okay. Yeah. Now we're gonna end this up and take some rest, right? Wait. I can heal myself now. It's swimming and screaming. What else? yeah, I think that's about it. Later, yeah, I'm gonna edit this up, and later I'm go do yeah, I should do that one immediately, as I going to edit this one out. Up, already in something. We'll go to a restaurant because I'm hungry. You know, hungry in the morning. Cool. The Parade of Providence. Yes, it's the red carpet of version 3.6. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do next. Yeah. See you later in the new event, new Archon, whatever it is, the Archon flagship event quest, a Parade of Providence. See you next time. See you there.
Looking at the scores alone only gives you one side of the story.
Now that you mention it, it's been a while since I last saw Ganyu. Before the Sakoku decree came into effect, the two of us would often meet to discuss bilateral relations between our two nations. I always found her quite reliable. The next time you go to Liyue, take her some more fresh sea Ganoderma for me.